Well, ethanol groups submit comments to Environment and Climate Change Canada, supporting the goal of reducing carbon intensity at the nation's fuel stream through the Clean Fuel Standard. And joining us now is Growth Energy Vice President of Regulatory Affairs, Chris Bliley. Chris, thanks for taking the time to chat with us this morning. So first of all, who all was involved in submitting these comments?
Good morning, Janet. It was ourselves, Growth Energy, the U.S. Grains Council, and the Renewable Fuels Association.
And what are you offering as far as insight?
Well, as we've consistently said, ethanol and renewable fuels are low carbon and will help any government, any state, province, locality meet their goals for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. And so we think this is really a win for Canadian consumers, Canadian farmers, and the rural economy worldwide. And so what we've said is using more renewable fuels and biofuels like ethanol, Canada can meet its climate change goals and can reduce greenhouse gas emissions by 2030.
Can you speak to the importance of the regulations put in place and hoping that they continue to focus on economic growth within the industry?
Certainly. And so by using more biofuels like ethanol to meet their climate change efforts, Canada is increasingly relying on higher ethanol blends. They're looking at possibly an E10 nationwide, as well as an E15 in many of the provinces. And so that offers enormous opportunities for renewable fuel producers both in Canada and throughout North America here in the U.S. as well.
Chris, what's the feedback? Does it seem like it's a process that is moving forward? Are they having positive feedback?
Yeah, the process is certainly moving forward. Canada would like to get its regulations in place for liquid fuels later this year and to go into place by 2019, 2020. Many of the provinces of Canada have actually moved a little bit quicker. Ontario, we saw a few weeks ago, has actually looked at an E15 province-wide. And so we think there's a lot of momentum in Canada and throughout North America. Canada has been very focused on using ethanol and biofuels to meet its climate efforts. And so we think this has real momentum and a real opportunity. And as I said, it really raises all boats for the rural economy, both in Canada and the U.S. as well.
All right, Chris, thank you very much for your time today. Growth Energy Vice President of Regulatory Affairs, Chris Bliley, on the phone with us from Washington, D.C.